All right. Well, hello again. It's a joy to be with you. Thank you so much, David, for this invitation. And yeah, I love today's daily word, talking about rest. It was divine congruence that that's the message for today, because that's kind of where we're coming from for this special meditation moment that we're going to experience together. And I'd like to begin by just telling you a little story and then setting up what our meditation is going to be about today as we enter into this time of rest. So when the store Trader Joe's first came to the Missouri, well, it wasn't Missouri, it was the Kansas area. I was over in Kansas shopping and I went into Trader Joe's. It was my first time in the store. And as I was walking around, I kept hearing this bell sound. So I would stop, take a breath, and then carry on. And there was no rhyme or reason to when the bell would go off. So when I got to the checkout, I said to Anna, I am so impressed that you have a temple bell in the store. And she looked at me like I'd lost my mind. And I said, that's not a temple bell that everyone stops to breathe? And she said, no, that's to call the manager. So she said, oh my gosh, I'd never get anything done if I stopped to breathe every time that bell went off. So I was explaining to her that I thought it was like Plum Village, where when the bells, Plum Village is in France and it's Thich Nhat Hanh's retreat center, and at intermittent times throughout the day, the bell will sound, and wherever you are and whatever you're doing, whomever you're speaking to, you'll just stop and take 3 mindful breaths, check into your body, and then carry on. So that's what I thought was happening in Trader Joe's, and I explained that to Anna. And as I said, she said that she would never get anything done. But I said, it doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing necessarily. You just need to be mindful. So as she was scanning my goods, the bell went, and I could see her take a conscious breath even while scanning. And she said, oh, okay, I could do this. And then she carried on packing, scanning my goods and packing up my bags. And then when I was leaving, I said, give it a try. And she said, yes, I will. So I felt like I'd done my job for the day. And every time I go into Trader Joe's, even though I know it's the bell for the manager, I'll still stop and take a few breaths. And that's kind of what I wanted to lead into our meditation today with, is this idea of push, pause, and anything can be a temple bell. And I think it's particularly relevant right now as we're heading into the height of the holiday season, where everything just gets ramped up and speeded up, and it feels like we don't have time for our meditation or prayer practice, or we don't have time to stop for the amount of minutes that we may have been engaged in on a daily basis until it got really busy. When I was there was a time when I was leading meditations at Unity Village, and one of the Sundays that I was doing that at the Unity Village Chapel, Reverend Erin was giving this sermon about Sabbath. And in there, she made this comment that really stuck with me. And she said that in ancient Hebrew times, not keeping Sabbath was punishable by death. Well, I knew that bit. But she said, and it still is today. But what she meant is that, well, I won't call it a punishment, but it still could be the death of us if we don't take time to stop, be still, and tune in, have our times and moments of stillness and silence. We'll get raised blood pressure. We don't have an outlet for our stress. It just internalizes in our body and we get sick. So you don't want that. So here we are heading into this season, and I'd like to give you some pointers, if I may, for how you might have temple bell moments outside of Trader Joe's as you head into the season. As I said, we can make anything a temple bell. What if every time you touch a door handle, just take a moment of pause and take 3 breaths? Or maybe you're a coffee drinker and no one's going to stop you drinking your coffee, and that's fine. But every time you go to put the coffee pot on or warm up the pot, put your Craig in the holder, stop and take 3 breaths. Or if you're really health conscious and you're drinking all that water you're supposed to drink throughout the day, every time you take one of those 8 glasses of water, you stop and take 3 breaths. Or maybe you're wedded to your device and the notifications are coming in all the time for the text and the email, or the phone rings. You're someone who deals with the phone. When the phone rings, you can stop and take 3 deep breaths. Even send a blessing to someone before you answer. It doesn't take that long to take 3 breaths and still get that answered call and still have time to answer that call. Maybe something that annoys or irritates you can be the temple bell trigger, like the sirens going by. Rather than being annoyed by that sound, you can send a blessing to whomever they are, first responders are rushing to, and you probably do that already. But even as you're doing that, take a breath for yourself as well. Have a compassionate pause for you too, and give thanks for your life, your health, your safety. Maybe you can just set an alarm on your device to just go off at intermittent times throughout the day, and that will be your time to stop, push pause, take rest, and breathe. As today's daily word says, stillness is a gift, as is silence. So we could incorporate these temple bell moments into our day, into our holiday season preparation. And there may be other examples that you already do or you've got out of the habit of doing that you can bring back, that you can think of, that you would like to use to push pause and make it a temple bell moment. We don't want our Sabbath moments to go void and be the cause of our mental or physical death. And I don't mean death as in dying and leaving the planet, but just that death of the rise of spirit within us. Those moments when spirit can rise within us, be at the forefront of our mind, and we take pleasure in that moment, in that reality. So I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes for a moment and let this be a temple bell moment. Take in 3 deep breaths. And affirm, I push the pause button on my life to remember at my core, I am centered, poised, and at peace. I push the pause button on my life to remember that at my core, I am centered, poised, and at peace. And as we're resting in this place of stillness, let's move into an extended time of meditation. You're halfway there already. But pay attention to the sounds around you. And then breathe in deeply. Pause momentarily and exhale fully. become aware of your position in the room and your seat in the chair. Breathe in deeply. Pause momentarily and then exhale completely. Scan your body from the tip of your toes to the crown of your head. Is there anywhere that you're experiencing discomfort, sensations, where you're clenched or tense? Inhale deeply. Pause momentarily and then exhale your next breath to that place now as an invitation to let go and release. Bless your body temple and this temple moment of stillness. As you check to see if there is anywhere else you need that you can possibly let go and relax some more. There's no effort in to get the mind quiet or still. That's not the point of the meditation experience. Sounds will come and go. Distractions will arise. The mind will wander. You may even fall into inertia or sleepiness. And that's okay. But once you notice that you've become distracted by sound, sensation, or if your eyes are open, by sight, if you are aware that you've fallen into sleep, or that your mind is roving and you're moving into daydreaming, have compassion as you gently nudge your attention back to the present moment, back to the breath, or whatever other anchor you are using as your temple bell moment. Stillness is a gift, as is silence. So as we relax, as we tune into this moment, we enter the portal of stillness and silence as we push the pause button on our life and rest in this stillness, experiencing this gift of silence. In the silence. allow your next breath to submerge you even more deeply into this still moment. Honoring this moment as you would your presence in a temple. Honoring the stillness, the silence where the divine speaks. Heed that call now as you breathe deeply. Pause momentarily and exhale completely in the stillness of the silence. Now raise your tongue to the roof of your mouth and hum. It will sound a little bit like a bumblebee. And let this vibration usher you back to this present moment, to the sounds around you. Usher your awareness back to your seat in the chair, the objects you can sense in your environment, the clothing on your back, the breath flowing through you. Let that bumblebee sound, that humming vibration, awaken every part of your being to the power and truth that stillness is a gift, as is silence. Now bring your hands to prayer position and place your thumbs on your sternum and set an intention here to incorporate temple bell moments into your day. Allow guidance to flow in for what that temple bell moment can be for you. Set the intention that your temple bell moment will come easily, without struggle, strain, or resistance. Set the intention that the busier you are, the more frequent you will take your temple bell moments. And let it be the life of you. Take a deep breath in. Pause momentarily. Exhale deeply. I push the pause button on my life to remember that at my core I am centered, poised, and at peace. And from that centered, poised, peaceful place in me to that centered, poised, peaceful place in you, I now bow. Namaste. Blessed be. Thank you.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. I'm so grateful. 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 So grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful.